Hi everybody, it's Bartie Joyce here, back again with another vlog. It's equipment day 3 and what's the date today? It's this 22nd day of my vlog, of my November series. So I want to talk to you about, Logic and how we filmed it and things like that. We recorded obviously I played the acoustic guitar and we did record a guide track to start off with, and then I would use that for my vocals, and that's for that to sing along to when I was doing my songs. And then as I've done the first take of the vocals, I would then do the guitar twice, like pan so it's left and so it's right. So then it's a fuller and richer sound. So it goes left ear, right ear, and then we would have strumming. We'd have like 2 different types of guitar playing. So it'd be like strumming or picking or different, or even if it's just like muted bits, like muted side of it, and then we would then record take the first take of recording the lyrics with it, and then we would get a bit of a picture of how it was going to sound. So there was times when we had to add other instruments, like to what we'd have to make the tracks. We'd obviously go through different drum sounds and things like that. And then sometimes we'd go through all these different sounds, and it wouldn't go with the song. But then there'd be a time when I'd have like a little light bulb moment, and it would. There was one track I did a song called "Thinking About You." We was doing all right. It's bassy sounds, but I said it just doesn't sound right. So we need like a still sort of drum. But we thought of Jamaican sound, like Jamaican drum, Caribbean sort of drums, which then really made the ding 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 ding. Made it like. It made it go well with the actual track that we had, because Thinking About You is quite an up-tempo track anyway. So like, thinking about you all the time. So we wanted to make, there was just that one little section where it was missing, so we added the Caribbean drums to that track. There was a few sounds that we used from Freesound. On my Save My Life one, at the intro part, we have like a fire engine or like some sort of emergency services sound at the start, which really I thought, and then we played that to start off with. And then after a few seconds, like 5-6 seconds, something like that, we then added the acoustic guitar to that. I've got a feeling that might be quite a lot acoustically, is it? I think that one. Because obviously we had a couple songs where we just did acoustic stuff, and then there was ones where we added it needed electric guitar bits into it and bass bits. We've got a video that's got a bass solo on, which was again really cool way to write and think of how to actually do. It's good. Yeah, so it's basically keep trying and trying. There was a couple tracks that we recorded clean, but then in the actual program, we would then use a virtual amp, and there was quite obviously I'd be like having the headphones on. I didn't see what amps they were, but quite a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, I really liked the sound of a tweed amp, which I think really suited my vocals and obviously my guitar playing as well. So that was that was an interesting thing that I came across when I was choosing my equipment, like my sounds that I wanted and what I was going for. We then did a mix in the program. So obviously sometimes you would either tone down the volume or whichever way to make it like sound so it flowed better and things like that. So it would be a proper sound, so obviously other people then can hopefully like what you've done, hopefully can hear, so everybody can hear what you've put into it, like musicians out there, and that would hopefully be able to hear like certain tracks and that we put into it. We would do like masters, different tracks, like different ways, but most of the time we would like the ones that we done by our own ear, which was a interesting thing to find out. It's just it was a good learning curve and way to actually do it. But when you do your tracks, you need to obviously think about the actual album at the same time. So you want to make sure that it flows well from. So say you've got a 13-track album, you want to make it flow from 1 to 13, like consecutively, like throughout the whole album, and you want to make people interested, like always wanting to listen to the album instead of like, oh, that track 4's bit rubbish, I don't want to listen to that one, but I'll go on to track 5 and things like that. We looked at using Pro Tools, but we didn't really get on with that with the Mac or on Windows. But it's interesting. It'll be interesting to find out what everybody else has used to do their recording set. So please comment below on this video on what you use, because I'll be very interested to find out and tell me the reason why you use it. Would be quite cool, because again, it'd be nice to see if there's a different option for the future. When we found a guitar sound that we liked, we could save it in the EQ bit section, and we could use that in a future song that we did. And it's the same with the vocals. Like if there was like a style that suited my vocals for a particular track, we could then save that and use that for like a future video, like a future song, if needed be. When I finished doing all the tracks and recording all that, when I was happy with them, it actually obviously was backing them up on hard drives and memory cards and things like that, and it actually came close to filling up a 64 gig memory card, which was pretty crazy. It was only a 13-track album, so it wasn't it was a nice size album, don't get me wrong, but obviously there's albums out there like 15, 8 to 18, even 20 tracks, isn't there? So which is it was awesome to actually think 64 gig only just was enough. And that's just audio, not video there at all as well. That's it, everybody. It's Bartie Joyce here, and this is part of my November 30-day challenge. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Don't forget to subscribe, keep the bell notification, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.